Hello, and welcome to another exhilarating edition of the Drywall podcast. I'm your host, Nick Harmon. With us today, we have David Lee out of Springfield, Missouri, with Drywall magazine, a group he started. David is a unique personality, and he's an active artist, and he showcases his work on the Curiosity Zoo on the Facebook page. We also talk about the spy sponge and making a bazooka into a rocket launcher. We discuss eating squirrels with scrambled eggs, and I believe he relieves himself during the interview at one point. What was your purpose behind starting Drywall magazine originally?
I would like a place where people can talk about our industry, talk about our trade, kind of affect the material and tool makers to give them a full audience of what we think. I would like a place where people can look for employment, look for employees. I want a place where people can sell and buy tools. I want a place where the entire community of our trade, our industry, actually thrives instead of like just being a bunch of dirtbag drywallers that we get looked down on. A lot of us do.
Yeah,
because we're all rough around the edges, and I'm looking for a way to bring everybody together to say, hey, we're all on the same team.
Yep.
We are all out for the same goal, and the same goal is satisfaction of the customer.
I really appreciated David opening up the way he did, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy this podcast, the 19th podcast on the Drywall podcast. David Lee, Drywall magazine. Let's get into it.
Now, I will try one.
I got it. Zoom. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, we're recording now, buddy.
All right, we're recording now.
Yeah, you're not the only, I think probably a good percentage, maybe 80%. I mean, you're number 19, so 80% would have never done Zoom.
I tried not to during the whole quarantine thing. Nope, I don't do that. I'm either at your face or I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm not good with technology.
It's kind of cool though. See, we're talking, dude. We could be in the same. I could be sitting next to you in the damn truck. I basically am. I'm sitting right next to you.
We're sitting in the same truck. All right. Hey, Mr. Nick Harmon. Sorry for the technical difficulties, and we will go from there.
That's okay. David Lee out of Missouri, and smoke him if you got him.
I'm an old school drywaller. I grew up with just being poor, and that causes bad habits. But I started construction at 13 years old, wiring houses with my dad, and smoking is a thing.
Yeah,
it's a cultural thing.
It's a thing. You look pretty young.
I'm 39.
Okay, that's not bad. I got you by 7 years, so I'm your elder here.
Hey, your parents got my parents by 7 years.
Maybe we'll see. My dad actually, fun fact, is just moved to Cape Coral, and so he was like in the eye of the hurricane.
He was in the middle of that nonsense. That was bad.
The eye of the hurricane. I just talked to him. He's a crazy old guy, but they're okay. They're okay down there. But we just visited them down in Cape Coral and Fort Myers this couple months ago. We went to Disney World and went down there and visited them. And beautiful place, but it's probably wrecked right now.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that need a lot of help. I hope there's no price gouging. I hope that people can actually help send some money to GoFundMe because people are going to need that. Insurance don't pay for all that.
Yeah, my first drywall instinct was, man, you could really make a killing down like
Yeah,
it's time to
mine
move
was
to
too.
Fort Myers and like really jack up the price.
That was actually my thought, but then I do have a compassionate side that's not seen too much, and I thought, those poor people.
I like that. I
And
like that, David. This is we got a big teddy bear here. This is great.
I hate seeing people suffer. I
Yeah.
really my entire life I've been like that. I can be a little aggressive with the social media stuff, but
Yeah.
as far as, real situations, to me the internet's fake. I don't care about that. But what I do care about is those people down there don't have homes no more. They don't have electricity. They don't have what
Yeah.
they're used to. And there's kids that are scared. There's
Yeah.
mothers and fathers that are scared. There's missing people. There's dead people.
Well,
And nothing about that's good.
my sister and I were like, why didn't he evacuate? And then I talked to my dad because I was talking to him yesterday, and then I got a call from my son's school. And then he was like, I can't call back. Like, I can't call out. And I was like, well, shit, is that the last time I'm going to get to talk to my dad? Kind of like weird thoughts. And then my sister was like, I don't know why he didn't evacuate. And I was like, well, it's dad, dude. He's like, he's a hard knock guy. And I talked to him today and he was like, well, where the hell was I going to go? Get in my car and be stuck on the freeway? He's like, my house is made out of concrete. I was better off, as a 2-story house, I was better off just staying in the house, which that made
Oh,
sense.
definitely.
And
Definitely.
yeah, but they're okay. I just talked to him today. He's okay. Everybody's fine. Some damage to the house and stuff, but that's why they
And
got it.
damage to a house can be fixed, but
Yeah.
it's the lives. You can't fix a life
Yep.
when something like that happens. And that actually does. I mean, I feel bad for those people. I really do.
Yeah, I do too. Any destruction. Anyways, let's dig in a little bit. First question I normally ask is, have you listened to a Drywall podcast? Yeah.
Yes, I've listened to a bunch of them. I won't sit there and say I've listened to them all, but I've listened to a
That's
bunch
fine.
of them.
No, yeah, I want 100% listening retention. No. Which ones have you listened to, and do you have any feedback? Did you like them? Did you not like them? I mean, you can be straight with me. I don't care.
I've listened to Paps. I've listened to
Paps.
Mudman Dan,
Okay.
Buchanan, and Justin Martin so far. I watched a little bit of what's her name, Shorty Darwell.
Shorty.
Yeah, my internet connection between work and home is pretty sketchy. So
Okay.
those are the ones I watched.
Those are good ones. Those are good. Those
Yeah.
were pretty good. What'd you think of Buchanan?
He's an old soul.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's not a drywaller, but he's definitely a sales guy, and he knows
Yeah,
he knows the industry.
he's not one of the kind of guys like me that he's more of a refined like whiskey, and I'm just kind of like a bum homemade wine.
Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
Very cool. And so my guy Jack, I get feedback from him. I'm like, what do you like on there? He likes it when we talk about like the nuts and bolts. He likes getting other people's perspective on like the hand tools and the boxes and like that different people's techniques and things like that. And I think that's pretty universal with drywallers. Like we kind of want to know what makes each other tick a little bit.
I'm a hanger and a finisher.
Okay, good.
I don't just have one side, but I also do steel studs and drop ceilings. So there's a lot to what I do as far as I just want the best technique.
Sure.
That's why I started my group, because I wanted to learn, and I enjoy learning. I really do enjoy learning.
And just for our listeners, you got to say what that's the Drywall magazine.
Drywall magazine. We got like 36,000 people over there just hanging out. I like to see
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And it started off a really crazy night when I started that, but that's a whole other story.
Sure.
As far as tools and techniques and all that, I'm not loyal to any tool.
Yeah.
I'm not loyal to any brand.
Yeah.
If you were to look at my tools, I've probably got every brand you can think of. Now I've got Level 5, I got Tape Tech, I got Columbia, I've got North Star, I've
Sure.
got Blue Line, whatever Premier, whatever it is for finishing tools. I use a Hyde 5 knife
Yeah.
for my finishing. Marshalltown came out with a pretty good, run of knives there, like 8s, 10s, 12s, 14s,
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. The only thing that I'm really specific about it is my stiletto hammer, because that's just like the cock of the walk. You've got a stiletto hammer, that means that you just have some money to blow, pretty much.
The stiletto hammer is the what? What was that expression again?
The cock of the walk.
The caulk of the walk, like the caulking, or the like if you're cocky and you're walking down the road,
You're cocky. Out here we raise chickens out here. So the cock of the walk is
I
like
love it.
when that rooster is about to go get him some hens and make me some more babies that I can sell. That's
Yeah.
the cock of the walk. You
That's
can tell their walk. They're cocky.
So I was thinking David Lee, the King of Drywall, as a title, but I feel like we got a new title now. We got David Lee, Cock of the Walk.
Cock of the walk.
That's way better. All right, I got there's some funny in there, David, and so we can have some fun with that. But no, I've never heard that expression. I really like it. Makes me think of John Travolta and Staying Alive, man, when he struts.
And then with all my haters online, they're gonna tell you I'm a dick. I can be if I be. I match people's energy, so if they come on at me rude, I'm gonna come back rude too. But I'm just here.
That's the cool part about the Drywall podcast, though, is that, I mean, even with like the unmentioned person that you are taking their place today, even with someone like that, or there's some characters that I've gotten into it with on social media where I'm like, you know what? Part of me really wants to interview that guy. Just bury the hatchet. Let's interview him, because when you're in a situation like this, it's way harder to be a dick.
I don't think I was ever mad with you about anything.
No, we never got into it. You can catch this entire interview on Podbean, Spotify, YouTube, and also Apple Podcast. Thank you for tuning into the Drywall Podcast today. If you have questions about the Drywall Podcast, ideas for a guest, or anything, you can email me at info@frescoharmony.com. You can also give me a call, 505-400-9313. Today's podcast was brought to you exclusively by Fresco Harmony. Fresco Harmony, making walls better since 2004. Fresco Harmony is the world's first color line for drywall joint compound. I appreciate you listening to the Drywall Podcast today, and remember, keep drywalling.